the past 10 years I've been involved in this project for the BBC back in England called the Radio Ballads. And the original radio ballads were done in the 1950s and 60s by Ewan McCall, of course. Groundbreaking radio when he did them back then. And then 10 years ago, the BBC decided to revive the concept of the radio ballads. It's basically, as you probably know, we talk to people, everyday people such as ourselves. They tell their story, you know, whatever situation they're in. And then there's a bunch of us write songs based on what they had to say. And we've done about 4 or 5 series for the BBC over the last 10 years. And there's one that's happening right now. It's called The Ballad of the Great War. And instead of it being a block of 6 programs over 6 weeks like it has been in the past, this is 1 program a year, every Armistice Day weekend, November. And it corresponds to what was going on 100 years previously in the First World War. And when we first started the series, the producer called me up and he says, Jez, we've got some great songs for this series on the First World War. Some sad songs, some tragic songs, some heartfelt songs. Can you write a funny one? Oh, this is a funny song about the First World War. So I'll give it a shot. And this is one of the ones I did. Usually they feed me the narrative bits. They give me the recordings of the people speaking. But in this case, I found the story myself. And it's exactly 100 years ago, July last, that the Battle of the Somme started. And apparently I found out that a lot of the British soldiers were taken to the front, to the trenches of the Somme, in a fleet of red double-decker London buses. Taken over on the ferry, especially for the task. When I heard about this, I thought it was the most ludicrous thing I had ever heard of. I mean, these poor lads getting on these buses, like, you know, Cliff Richard in the Shadows going on a summer holiday, you know, and most never to return. I mean, it's just awful. So anyway, this is the song. It's called The Wrong Bus. I'm on the wrong bus. Apologies in advance. It has to be sung in a series of very bad accents on my part, which I don't find easy because, as you know, I don't usually have an accent myself. The Wrong Bus. Jumped on a London omnibus to take me into work. I hopped up to the top deck for a smoke. I looked around and noticed we were going the wrong way. Is this driver drunk or playing on us a joke? Now I'm the sort of fella who enjoys a friendly jape, but I wasn't in the mood for such malarkey. When I looked around to see if anyone else had noticed too, I saw all the passengers were dressed in khaki. I'm on the wrong bus, the wrong bus. Fate has played a cruel jest on me. I'm on the wrong bus, the wrong bus. I wanted Piccadilly, now I'm off to Piccadilly. I'm on the wrong bus, the wrong bus. Oh, when will this conductor's bell go jingle? I wish I'd had the money for to buy a day return, but the ticket in me hand is just a single. To get to sleep last night as I lay in the mud in a crater somewhere deep in no man's land, when suddenly a jury soldier fell into me hole with a grimace and a rifle in his hand. He shrugged his muddy shoulders and he sat down by me side with a friendly smile that banished fright and fear. I offered him some bully beef, he offered me a smoke. I said, "Come blimey, Fritzy, what are you doing here?" He said, "I took the wrong bus, the wrong bus." He told me such a familiar tale. I took the wrong bus, the wrong bus. I wanted Paschenhausen, now I'm here in Passchendaele. I took the wrong bus, the wrong bus. And why we're here at all, we're none the wiser. Swanee, he's up the Rhine, and we both want to stick it up the Kaiser. I'm up the Swanee, he's up the Rhine, and we both want to stick it up